And draw your hands in front of your heart and then sweep your arms over your head, pulling your elbows together behind your back. Then draw them together in front of your body and opening again. Try to touch the shoulder blades together. Then begin to round as you come forward and create a slight arch in the upper spine as you try to touch the elbows together behind the back. Just get into the movement, exploring your range of movement and waking up the shoulders. What is in there? Couple more times. Breathing naturally. Feels so good. All right, so for our next movement, we're going to begin to open the shoulders even more. Take your left hand out to the left. You can use finger stands or put your palm on the floor. Then sweep your right elbow over your head, letting the arm be soft and reaching back behind you. We're going to keep doing this sweeping motion, drawing that right arm in front of the body. Let the elbow be soft and then reach away from yourself, sweeping it forward, just feeling into your own shoulder. Let your neck and the rest of your body move to accommodate the movement. There's not a particular alignment here. We're just moving into the fascia and melting and softening tension. Noticing your breath and let it be serene and easy as possible. I like to do this with my eyes closed, getting into the tactile sensation in the body. Then we're going to switch sides, taking your right hand out to the right and sweeping the left elbow in a nice circle around the body. Let yourself move freely, keeping the arm as soft as possible, and then reaching away from your body behind you. This will help to open all the lung prana lines and release some more tension in the neck and shoulders. And let your body move naturally, just accommodating this sweeping motion, not really holding any one point too long, as we just want to pump fluid, get some blood flow, lymphatic movement into the shoulders. You might feel your neck release a bit from this. And we're going to come back to a neutral position. Take a moment to find your shoulders and squeeze them all the way up towards your ears and then draw them back and down. Do this a few times, just noticing how they feel. And we're going to work on our wrists. Extend your arms forward in front of you and draw the fingertips towards the elbow in the opposite direction. Begin to make this movement, and we're going to speed it up. Just see how fast you can go. Now your arms are going to get tired as you make this motion, and you'll feel your tendons, and try not to move any of the muscles in your face. Then we're going to turn to the opposite direction, just making that same exact motion. And then switch, palms face up, and same motion. This way is the hardest. Ooh, it always makes my arms sing. And go ahead and release. Take a moment. We're going to go back into the wrists. This time, extend your arms straight. Begin to move your hands just from side to side. Just from side to side. Try to lock your elbows. Then we're going to go up and down, same movement. And then switch, palms facing up. Of course, when we switch to the palms facing up, this is the hardest direction. Try to lock your arms straight. It'll feel a little funny. Excellent. And then you're going to go ahead and just release, shake it out. Now, last is wrist rolls. Take your arms into cactus pose. Just begin rolling your wrists in one direction. We'll do both. That's it. Just seeing how far does it go. And then we're going to bring them all the way forward, straighten your arms, reach, wrist rolls. And then go ahead and reverse directions all the way back, all the way back. Excellent. And squeeze the shoulders together and release. Okay, so now we're going to work in some passive stretches for the wrists. Come to a comfortable seated position, extend your arms out in front of you, then flip your palms, keeping the elbows facing up. Take your fingers down, bring them along the side of the body. Try to keep the eyes of your elbows pointing forward and press your fingernails into the mat and just let yourself move forward and back, keeping your hands very active as you press the fingernails into the mat. If you'd like to make this more intense, you can take them out in front of you and just keep that rotation in the shoulders. Be gentle with your wrists, especially if it's your first time trying this movement. Then release, and you're going to reverse your hands so the fingers face back and the pinkies are drawing towards each other. Let yourself rock naturally into the movement, just feeling into the wrists, releasing any tension, and of course, be gentle. All right, next we're going to work on the shoulders. Take your right arm into a 90-degree angle. We're going to do this laying down on the mat, but I wanted to demonstrate so you could see before we come onto the floor. So go ahead and find that nice 90-degree angle, and now be very gentle as you roll onto your right side. Bend your knees up and just relax your legs. Now you can add your left arm if you'd like to open more intensely into the right shoulder, or you can release it and relax. Let your face feel soft and just direct the breath into that right inside line of the arm. See if you can melt. And then we're just going to switch sides. You may want to adjust yourself on the floor or the mat. And you can extend your arms out in front of you between sides to release. And then bring your left elbow onto the ground and begin to roll onto that left side. Let your head relax and your face relax. Feel free to adjust to what feels good for your shoulder. And then try to release any tension in the face and direct your breath to the inside of your left arm. And get a feeling of melting. Excellent. Then we're going to come back to center. Extend your arms out in front of you and walk your fingers in. Take your right arm underneath the left one. Reach it across and then begin to lower down. Take your left arm alongside your body and just relax it with the palm facing up. Move the left shoulder up and down a few times and then see if you can draw it down towards your elbow. If this is uncomfortable, you can roll out of the pose and just see where it feels really good to you. Now, if you want to make it more intense, slide your body forward. If it's your first time doing this pose, you might have a lot of tension in your shoulders, so do your best to just breathe and relax and reduce the intensity as needed. Try to get a feeling of melting as you drop your body down into the mat. Make the breath even and serene. We're just going to lift ourselves up and extend the arms out in front. Take a moment to release and walk your shoulders up. Little shoulder rolls in between sides can feel nice. Then we're going to take the same pose on the other side, walking our left arm underneath the right and taking the right arm alongside the body with the palm facing up. Move your shoulder a few times and make sure it feels as comfortable as can be, feeling free to roll out of it a little bit if you want to reduce the intensity. Then do your best to just melt. Oftentimes we're holding tension in the shoulders and we're not even aware of it. So this is your opportunity to just release and untie a few knots. And don't worry, we won't be here too long. Softening and making your breath as serene as possible. Try to relax the face, the belly, the muscles in the back, the glutes, hamstrings. Now when you're ready, you're just going to lift up. Walk your arms out in front. Take a few circles in the shoulders to just notice what has changed. Excellent. And then if you want, you can take an upward dog or cobra. And I like to roll my shoulders here and just really play around with it a little bit. And go ahead and relax down onto the mat. Now take a moment here and just feel into your back body. And then extend your right arm. We're just going to go ahead and lay on our back. And here's some active adjustments that will help your shoulders to release, relax, and elongate. So first, take your arms over your head. Now this might be enough. Then draw the elbows down into that cactus position, but hold your elbows and your hands off the mat. Go ahead and extend all the way out. Now, if you'd like to do this motion using weights, 2 or 3 or 1 pound, you can. It's going to make it more intense. So same movement, and then extend. And just feeling into your shoulders. Elbows come down. Take a moment here and then extend. We're not holding any of it too long. Go ahead and take both your arms up towards the sky. And we're going to do this one side at a time. So take the right one down to the ground and then go ahead and move into that cactus position. Now you can spend a little time exploring this. If it feels good to you, you can do more, but we just want to see how the shoulders are in this particular direction of mobility. Good, return, and then other side. We're just going to do 3 of these. Extend, and then go ahead and bend, coming out into that cactus position. Just moving through it, feeling into your shoulders. You can do this with the weights or without. Be smart, don't break your arms off. They're pretty necessary. So we progress in our functional movement practice bit by bit, and then go ahead and take both over your head. You have an option to sit up or coming out of this however you feel comfortable. Now you have renewed shoulders, a little bit more space, and I hope you enjoyed our practice today.